Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Ingram Jones. I think you're sick and tired of me saying that because you see it in the intro, but I just got to remind you who I am anyway. But anyway, my name is Ingram Jones, and with me today I have a very, very special guest. A friend, Asgar Tair. Am I correct with that, Asgar? Did I get it right?
That's right, Asgar Tair, yep.
The man, part of Team Fury, correct?
Yep, that's the one,
Cornerman. So, I know we've done an interview before, but for those people who didn't catch that interview, how dare they not have caught that interview? Just give us a little bit about you.
I do the corner work for Peter Fury, Team Fury. Good friends, good family friends. Whatever Peter needs us to do, we do. And that's it. One of the most trusted members of the team. That's it, really.
Okay.
And world champions.
You can't get better than that, can you?
Cannot. Can you see it at the back?
I can't sit back yet. So where are we at the moment? Oh, look at the picture there of Peter Fury. Get a close in on that. Beautiful. So where are we at the moment?
I'm in Derby.
Right.
In my gym, East Midlands Boxing Academy, EBA.
Yep.
Do you want me to show you around?
Please, take me around.
I'll take you around. If you look on the wall first. This is the office. Bit of a mess. You've got Tyson, Shane and Huey. Young Fury. Take it into the gym. I'll go backwards. Right, if you can you see the gym?
Yep.
There's Huey on the wall.
Nice.
This shows you the different kind of people we've got coming from all races. There's Ramsey.
Yes.
England, the Roma, Ireland, Latvians, you name India, Pakistan, Jamaica. We're all one. Kashmir, that's where I'm from. We're all one. Now this is the best bit. Let me show you. Can you see the wall in the background?
Yes, I can.
So you've got the whole of the Furies there.
East Midlands Boxing Academy.
Yeah, I'll show you around. You can see it from a different angle. See all the bags.
So how long have you had the gym then, Asgar?
3 years.
Okay.
Something that Peter told me to get into. He goes, look, build your own base. Something that he's always encouraged to give back to the community. I've got to show you this because this is what people don't show you. I've got this picture of this chap here. You see this guy here? Can you see him?
Yes.
You see, these are artificial legs.
Wow.
This guy lost both his legs and he was down and out. And Peter Fury spoke to this chap every day just to motivate him. Within 2 months, with his artificial legs, he was in this gym training. He was able to go on the cross trainer, on the rower. These are the things that Peter that people don't show of Peter and things he does.
Well, I'm honoured that I'm able to see this sort of stuff. There's the man, Hugh Fury.
To be world champion.
The next world champion for sure. Definitely.
Okay, I'll go back into the office. This is where all the work gets done. I love this picture. This is it. You see it?
Yeah. The expression on Peter's face says it all.
Now look above Peter's face. See Peter's face? And look up. Can you see Richie Woodall?
Yeah, go, get it across. Turn it across. Just get it.
And Bunsey there.
Yeah, go. Let's get Bunsey. Go down a bit. Let's look at Bunsey's face. Yeah.
And there's me, Tyson, Peter, John there, and Mr. Italian Vlad upset.
Yes.
So, you've had it, there's Jim. You like the cap, by the way?
Fantastic, I like it. I'll have to get one myself, actually. But I think the only way for me to get a cap is to get off my royal behind and get myself up to your gym.
Yeah, I'm sure Pete will sort it out.
Well, I'm going to have to make that trip. I'm going to have to make the trip, and I'm going to have to make the trip soon. I started the trip because I had all intention when I last came to London, or came to the UK, was to do that. And lo and behold, Huey was fighting, so that was pretty good. And I was able to meet Hennessy and you guys, so that was fantastic. So, this is meant to be an end-of-year review.
Yep, let's go for it.
Now, a lot of people...
I'm going to be open and honest. My personal opinion.
Of course. As always. As you always are. Via your Twitter page, and your followers, they have made by public demand the end of year review of 2015. Obviously, we will talk about Team Fury and their great achievements in 2015 and the World Heavyweight Championship. Before we do that, let's go back a bit. I know you've got a lot of strong views across Twitter. Some of your comments are very funny. So let's take it back to the beginning of the year for you, and we can talk about what you've done at your gym. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, whatever comes to mind for 2015, start of 2015, world boxing, whatever. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, you want me to say okay? Well, I will start from the beginning. 2014.
Yep.
Peter goes, right, get ready for 2015. It's going to be a busy year. Let's go and make history. Those were his exact words. Now, a lot of people were like, okay, going along with the hype. But, me, I trusted what Peter said. So, whatever he asked us to do, we was doing. And people don't realise with Peter what he actually go through. The loss of his brother, his older brother, may he rest in peace. A lot of fights getting cancelled, a lot of the boxing politics. But Peter stuck with the game plan. He knew what he was doing, and he knew his time would come. Now, not many people will stay loyal to someone who didn't have the right backing in terms of Hennessy at the time. A lot of people jumped ship. But this shows you how good Peter is. Stayed loyal, because it was never about the money. If you're with Peter, you're with Peter till the end. And look how it is. Look how, when he won the title, who was the happiest man in the world? Mick Hennessy. And rightfully so, because he trusted in them, and Peter repaid it. And that's what it's all about. There's a famous saying that Huey always says, loyalty makes you, blood means you're related, loyalty makes you family. And this is what we are, we're a family. Wow. What I was going to say, it's just been a fantastic finish to the year. We're halfway through the game plan. 2016, 2017, complete the game plan. Huey becomes world champion and goals met.
So, would the game plan be along the lines of a Fury era? Huey and Tyson at the top of the tree?
Yeah, that is the ultimate game plan. Although, we know that Huey will be world champion. We know he'll have a lot of obstacles. We know the politics of the game. And he's the most avoided heavyweight out there. But with Tyson winning the title, we have more of a say. Peter can now demand things, rather than begging. Like before, it was chasing.
Yes.
Now Peter has the titles. They will have to come to Peter. Now, if Huey keeps winning and gets the right fights, he will get that title chance. And believe me, he will win it. I believe 2016. This is my prediction. Hearing it now. 2016, Huey Fury world champion.
That's quite possible. I mean, Peter's talking about 2 eliminators. One in February, one on the undercard of Tyson versus Klitschko 2. And then for those 2 eliminators, then a world title shot.
God willing. I believe so. See, and this is not disrespecting any other domestic fighter. Now look at the top 5 of Britain.
Yeah.
Of Tyson number 1. I put Huey Fury number 2, and that's not disrespecting anybody. Out of respect, I'll probably say Chisora, just touching him and Huey, number 2. But Huey will outclass Chisora all day long, we know this. But on credit, I'd give Chisora, he'll be up there. Number 3, obviously debatable, Chisora and Huey. Number 4, now, I would put David Price up there. Seeing what's happened with, the drug cheats and how he was robbed. People say, he still got smashed. But listen, a drug cheat's a drug cheat. And to be honest with you, the game's got no time for them people. They should be banned. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So therefore, David Price should be put back to where he was. Who did he lose to? Tony Thompson. Was he not a drug cheat? He got found, didn't he? Get found guilty.
Yep.
So I put David Price up there. Now, I put David Hay number 5 because of his credit for what he's achieved. Take nothing away from him, even though I'm going to say this, his fight against Demora is like watching Barcelona versus Scunthorpe United. It's embarrassing. But take nothing away from Demori, he holds 2 world titles. I don't know which world titles they are, but he holds 2 versions. But you never know in boxing. You'll either see a quick finish or a big shock. But it doesn't prove anything in this fight. It's just a Mickey Mouse fight. And those people that want to watch, good luck to them. But those who know boxing will know it's just it's a farce. But I don't want to talk about that guy. And then number 6, I will put AJ based on up and coming. Now AJ, he's a good talent. You can see he's got some talent. But one thing I'm a bit ticked off with him is they don't learn from his mistakes. He's always getting caught with that hook. Keep his right hand up. Surely his trainers can see that in every single fight. Even go to, is it Matt Legg that he fought in Wembley in front of Carl Froch's undercard? He got a smashing shot in the first round. And I thought there's no way he's going to make that mistake again. Then his fight after. Then his fight after that. Then come... okay.
Keep going.
So going back to when he fought Dillian Whyte, he got exposed. Now, if they conditioned Dillian Whyte or he had a good trainer, and take nothing away from his trainers, I'm on about at a serious level, the fight would have been a lot different. But, I like our homegrown talents. I really wish AJ wasn't rushed. I wish Eddie Hearns doesn't try to cash in on him, because you can see that he's excited. He's got the public behind him, but he doesn't want to be rushed. Now, that's how I would put the top 6. Then I'll put, is it Ian Lewisham?
Yes.
He could come back. He's not a rubbish fighter. Just needs to know, he needs to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And a lot of these fighters today's day and age are chasing money, the quick buck, be on TV, and then they fall. Like Peter always says, you'll always get exposed if you're a fraud. Now, it's not a race. Take your time. And that's how it is. You've got to have the right managers, the right team, and with Team Fury, very fortunate. We've got the world's best trainer, Peter Fury, the world's best promoter now, Mick Hennessy. We've got a fantastic team, You see where I'm coming from?
What about Dave Allen? Where does he fit into the mix?
The White Rhino, yeah, he's definitely up there, but he needs to be tested. He knows this as well. Dave Allen needs to have a more serious fight, and to be honest with you, I would love to see Dave Allen versus Dillian Whyte, or Dave Allen versus... I wouldn't say AJ. Well, to be honest with you, I would like to see AJ. And I believe Dave Allen will give a better fight than Dillian Whyte. Because Dave Allen will know the game. He's a slippery fella. He knows the game inside out.
A lot of people don't know that much about Dave Allen because they haven't seen him fight much, which is,
Hey, they don't call him the White Rhino for nothing. You see, he's a bulldog and he looks like a rugby player, but believe me, he's fast. And he can hit. And to be honest with you, Dave Allen's he's a good friend of ours. And I really do wish Dave Allen the best, but he needs to step up and be tested. And that's when you know. But let's go back to the top 3. The top 3 are at an elite level now, world class. Tyson's up there, Huey's up there, Cesaro's up there. David Hayes, what it is? It's like, when you see Evander Holyfield or Roy Jones fighting again, they've passed it. They just want to make money. It's a joke. And that's what's destroying boxing. What's happened to these, the medical people that's supposed to say, look, it's not good for your health. We'll see with David Hay. He's moved camps with McGuigan's now, so I give the man credit. I wish him all the best. I think, what will be a good fight, a good test?
David Hay versus Eddie Chambers.
Eddie Chambers will rip him to pieces. And I'm not disrespecting David Hay. Eddie Chambers, under Peter Fury's guidance and training, will destroy. He will rip him to pieces. That's not even a joke. Because Haymaker likes to throw that bomb. But how are you supposed to hit what you can't see? Eddie will be on his sides, from side to side to side to side, and he'll just pick him out and take him out, believe me. But going back, I think Dave Allen, before I forget, him versus Richard Towers will be a good test. Because Richard Towers, he's got some talent. Or even someone like Cash Ali. They're the kind of the domestic kind of fights that I want to see.
I heard that Dominic Akinlade was being considered for David Allen.
Who's that, sorry?
Dominic Akinlade?
Is he, the name don't ring a bell.
He's, I think he's unbeaten. He drew against... I can't remember who he had a draw against recently. I can't remember. Akinlade is unbeaten. He was...
I know my face.
Yeah, he's I think he's like maybe less than 10-0 or something like that, Akinlade. Unbeaten.
Is he the Londoner?
Yes. Black guy.
Listen, Dave Allen will beat him. Believe me.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's been down to train with us.
He may have done.
I'm sure he has. It's the same guy.
Tall, quite long, and...
No. I'm on about a different guy then.
Okay. He's quite a tall guy, long. He spars a lot. He sparred a lot of Ian Lewison.
I tell you, there's so many up and coming giants coming through.
Yeah.
Everyone's the next big thing. You've got Nick Webb and all them guys. But listen, if you haven't got the formula, if you haven't got the right team, it's not just about being big and trying to swing for one round. It's a 12 round race. You know what I mean? You've got to have world class operators around you. You know, if you're not going to take it serious, give up now.
I want to talk about the gym setup of Peter Fury or Team Fury, because Peter recently did an interview with myself talking about Jason Gavin and said Jason Gavin was he wasn't up to task, and Jason Gavin said that the gym facilities weren't the greatest. So I want to hear your take on it as somebody who would know a bit more. What's your thoughts about all this? Because we're on the subject of gyms.
Yeah. Peter will use whatever facility he feels is necessary. This is what people fail to understand. If you're there to spar, you're in a room that's for sparring. If you're there to do cardio, he will take you to where there's a place for cardio. If you're out in the fields. So these people that only see a gym that's used for sparring, that hasn't got all the fancy whatever they want to see, there's fools. And this is no disrespect to anybody else, but Peter has the best, and when I say the best, he has the best of the best facilities all over. He's not world champion trainer for no reason. Now, he's excelled Tyson from, and this is no, you can see Tyson was like domestic European level. But under Peter Fury, he hit the big time. He showed, and look at the skill, and he was not even 100%. You've seen a 60-70% of Tyson. Wait till he steps out of gear, and wait till Tyson goes for the rematch. You'll see a different Tyson, and this all because of Peter. And these people that talk about gyms, what do they want? Fancy flooring, women in bikinis, steroids, guys walking around looking good music. It's a boxing game. It's a fighting game. It's got to be horrible. It's got to be gritty. This is what it's all about. No room for this fancy people. If you want to be fancy, go to these fancy gyms. That's my opinion.
Interesting. Very interesting you said that. Were you a part of any of that? The thing with Jason Gavin, were you there? And I'm sure you're part of the team, so you would have heard or you would have seen the things.
I don't. Is he the American that was sent away?
Yes.
Was the guy that couldn't even last 5 seconds in the sparring? Is that the same guy we're talking about?
I haven't said anything, so...
Listen, let me tell you about these people. They come over thinking that they're so great, so they get a smash in the ribs or the chin by Huey or Tyson or maybe Huey. Yeah, it's a world-level game. We're on a world stage. It's no Mickey Mouse. Take it easy. If you're not there to give 100%, go home. We ain't got time for these Mickey Mouse fighters to look good, to jump on the fame, say, "Oh, I'm part of the Fury camp." No, you're not. If you ain't giving 100%, go home. That's what I think.
What's Steve Cunningham been like? I know he's been in the gym for ages.
Steve Cunningham's a very, very close friend of Peter's, and he is a good guy, but he's had it hard. Poor old Steve, with his daughter's operation, we all support him, we all pray for him. He's a very, very nice guy, and to be fair, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
All the breaks.
Even the breaks. Look, in America, he's a talent, and people can see, the hardship he's going through. But people ain't interested. They just want to milk him. They just want to milk him like a cow, and that's the sad bit of boxing, especially in America. People think the Americans are getting paid a lot of money. They're not. They're getting rinsed dry, and it's sad.
Wow.
And I rate Steve Cunningham highly. Remember, as a cruiserweight, he was awesome, wasn't he?
But David Haye seems to think different.
Look at David Haye. Look, he thinks he's the best thing in the world. What did he say about Tyson and Klitschko? So he can shut his mouth. What does he know? He needs to keep his opinion to himself. Go back to Celebrity Jungle. Make your money doing that. Boxing ain't got time for clowns. Clowns will be exposed.
Let's talk about the Richard Towers situation. Richard Towers helping Klitschko prepare. I heard two theories on that.
Can I tell you my opinion?
Okay, I want to hear your opinion.
I'll tell you what I know. see, these so-called, we're all one, Great Britain, we all should be patriotic, we should support our own. Adam Booth, is he not supposed to be British, support our own? They refused, well, I don't know if they refused, they gave their word they'll come and help out. Did they turn up? Did they heck? You know why? Because they were bad-minded. They thought we'll help the Klitschkos because then they'll give us opportunities. But look, egg in the face. You was given a chance, you guys. You messed it up. Get back in line. You ain't getting a chance again. And it's sad because, Richard Towers is a good family. He was a good friend of Peter's. And Peter's got a lot of respect for him. But because of Adam Booth and he's bad-minded, doesn't want to help out, he wants to be the man. And talking about Adam Booth, can I just say this?
Go ahead.
You lost Andy Lee that fight. What kind of advice was you giving the man to hold back that he was winning? Listen, you've been exposed. You're a farce. Your fighters made you. You ain't made no fighters. I've got no respect for that guy. He's a farce. Disrespectful, arrogant person. Not that he said anything to me. He'll get one slap in his mouth. I'm on about to people that go out their way to support you. Appreciate the fans, appreciate what people, they're the ones that put you up there, they're the ones that got you on the TV. Even on interviews, these up-and-coming interviews, I've seen them, how disrespectful they've been. These guys are exposing you, they're giving you the credit. And this is what I love about the Furies, is that one Fury member that doesn't have time for the fans, doesn't have time for the media. Furies give 100% to them because they appreciate where they've come from. They're the guys that put the bread on our table.
Talk about Barry McGuigan. I know you've got some beef with him as well.
Reason why it's not beef personally. He's a 4-foot dwarf. The guy. What I'm saying is he's written off Tyson. How can you talk about somebody that you don't know nothing about? It's like I said to all these so-called experts. Don't talk about Tyson because you think he's going to lose or that Klitschko's whatever. Come down to the gym, see what you think, then give your opinion. Don't base it on because you hate him, because you want to be the face of whatever. Don't hate. What I'm saying is you've been a world champion. We've got a lot of respect for that. We've got a lot of respect for McGuigan. But don't backchat and hate on us because we're doing our best. All we want is support. You already know how it is for people from the travelling background. All the discrimination that we're facing. So don't be a part of the hate game. If there's anything that you can say like, oh, he's got a rubbish chin or he's got a rubbish jab or whatever, then it's fine. That's your opinion. But don't just slag us off or go on camera and say, no chance whatsoever. What happened at the fight? Who won? Who's world champion? So if you're an expert in what you're saying, ITV expert, whatever, ITV need to find a new expert because it shows your opinion is rubbish. Your analysis is a waste of time. And for the record, Scott Quigg beats Frampton all day long. So that's all I'm going to say about Barry McGuigan. I love him because he was a world champion. Give a man credit where credit's due. But listen, don't hate on us, Barry. Don't hate on us just to get publicity. You've got a world champion with you. You've got David Hay. Do your own little thing, but don't backchat the Furies. And if you've got something to say, by all means, come over and say it to our face. We'll shake hands and we'll respect that. But don't use it to get publicity.
Okay, let's talk about other media, well-known media experts that were having their say in the Fury Klitschko build-up.
Who else was there that was giving it the... I know that there was Carl Froch. Mm-hmm. But to be fair, Carl Froch, a man's humble. He says, you know what, I made a mistake. You won. The best man won. So give Carl Froch his credit. I like Carl Froch, by the way. He's a great example of Great Britain boxing. I'm a massive fan of his because what he's achieved. But these other experts, who else was there?
Johnny Nelson.
Johnny Nelson, he works for Sky. So what else do we expect from Sky presenters or Sky experts? They know deep down inside what's real. Because, look, Johnny Nelson's a good friend of Clifton's. So Clifton's obviously going to give him this guy is the real deal. But he's just doing enough to get paid. He can't be on Sky slagging off or putting down Klitschko's or putting down AJ because he needs to say what they want to hear. You know how it works.
Yeah. What about, this is reckless boxing. This is absolute reckless boxing. How about him?
That sounds like a Jim Watt to me. Hey, listen.
I love Jim.
Whenever there's a boring fight, you can always go on Twitter and listen to his comments because he gives me jokes. He's the one that actually livens my evenings up.
He does.
We can't have a bad word said about Jim.
I love Jim. I love Jim. I love Jim. A lot of people give him stick, but thing is, I prefer Jim back in the days of the Big Fight Live. That's where Jim, I think, was his heyday. That's his heyday. Now it just seems like he's on repeat. He says the same things every fight. No matter what fight is, arm punches, reckless boxing, don't hit me punches. So he just seems to be on. Oops. He just seems to be on auto replay. What about Nick Pauling? Nick Pauling.
Who does he work for?
Sky. He normally sits next to Jim Watt. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to him, to be fair.
Don't you?
No, I don't, funny enough, because I'm always laughing at Jim Watt's comments. I'm like, by the time I've recovered, I go back to Jim. So,
what do you think of the coverage from Sky Sports and Box Nation?
Sky Sports, I feel, are ripping off. I think too many fights that shouldn't be pay-per-view are becoming pay-per-view. And I think the public are getting ripped off and they deserve a bit better. Box Nation's a one-off fee. I like what Box Nation does. But for us, it's all about... Do you see it?
NEC Sports.
Channel 5, baby. Huey Fury, Channel 5. So, listen, don't rip the public off. They're the ones who pay their bills. You can't put silly little fights as pay-per-view all the time. Come on. Sky needs to really fix up. And I can really see Sky getting done by Ofcom or all these authorities for what they're doing. You can't be saying, I've got exclusives this, exclusive that. You can't monopolise the whole boxing thing because it's illegal. They know this. And I think they need to be careful of what they're saying because it could get them in a lot of trouble.
So this whole thing about Eddie Hearn, and I know there's an interview that was done and talked about him having exclusive rights, and he was part of they couldn't go. All roads lead to Eddie Hearn. Almost like almost Jesus Christ. Almost everything has to go through Eddie Hearn. That's what I was hearing.
Probably Sky Sports, but it wasn't Sky Sports pay-per-view. Two different things. Now, maybe Eddie Hearns is in his own. Like you get a compulsive lie that convinces himself. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying, them kind of people.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Eddie Hearns has got to make himself sound good, so he gets all the fights to come join him. And what does he do? He cashes in on him so quick. Look at Luke Campbell's fight, for example. Luke Campbell's got talent. He's a very, very good kid. Why would you even consider putting him with who he fought and lost to? The French kid was a tough kid. And everyone knows that he was there to give him his not run for his money, he was there to win. And with Luke Campbell, it was all about getting to learn the trade, from moving from amateur to pro. It's a learning curve. And, like they say, for the first 10 fights, learn, and the other 10, earn. And that's what I believe. And I think with Luke Campbell, they were rushing him. And Eddie Hearns, pay-per-view, needs to stop it. It's destroying boxing. Destroying great talents from England, from Great Britain.
Barry Hearn, at the end of the Joshua White fight, said, Anthony Joshua, you're just watching the best heavyweight in the world.
Probably talking to himself. He had a mirror in front of him to convince himself. Listen, Anthony Joshua is not even the best in England. He's not the best. So how can he say that? Has he beat even Chisora? No. Has he even beaten people like David Hay? No. So you're not even the best in London. That's where they're all from. So before you talk about world, what have you done to prove yourself? And don't tell me you've won an Olympic gold medal, because that just reminds me of Audley Harrison. Did he not win the Olympic gold?
He did.
And I'm talking about the Olympics. Did you watch the Olympics? He was gifted. Look, listen, he's got the medal, and I respect to AJ. But listen, let's not kid ourselves. Talk to people who are ex-WWE fans that have moved into boxing that want to be fooled. But don't fool us, because we know, and you're making yourself look silly. If you want to be taken serious by world players, speak the truth. And AJ, to be fair, to his credit, spoke the truth. Says, I'm not ready, I need to learn. I'm not even ready for Tyson. He knows this. Peter's put it down on a plate. If you think you can beat Huey, we'll take it. He knows he's not ready. They'll use the Tyson and the Huey for publicity, as any promoter would do. But they know they're not ready. You know what? Best in the world? Yeah, right. How's he WBC ranked number 2? I don't know. I may just go for it myself. Go down to the pub, knock a few people out. It could be number 3. You never know. It's like WBC have just taken the credibility away from him. They shouldn't be doing that. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I had a conversation with the WBC recently in an interview, and I questioned their ranking system. Said, "Oh no, all our rankings are properly sorted." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, fair enough."
Okay, actually, where's Tyson Fury in the WBC rankings? Have you seen it? Do you know where he's at?
He's champion, so is he in the rankings?
Not at all. Check the WBC rankings.
Oh no, he's not champion, is he? Wilder's champion.
Yeah.
I think that's because I think the rulings, if you're champion holding other belts, you can't be WBC ranked. I think that was one of the rulings. I could be wrong there.
I think you're wrong, because it's because he's not gone. Well, it could be something to do with that. He's not even in the rankings. Now, if you've got a unified champion, he's not even in your top 10.
Yeah, I think that's it. If you're a unified champion, there's something about if you're a unified champion, because is Klitschko in the WBC rankings?
I don't know. Yes, no, he's not. He's not.
There you go. You see, so I think it's if you're a unified champion, because at one point Jose Sullivan did not want to see there was a block on unification bouts with the WBC. Didn't want it. He blocked that, and one of the that's why people weren't getting rankings in the WBC. I think sanctioning fees as well, because Tyson mentioned that he paid almost $500,000, 500,000 to the IBF or something like that for sanctioning fees. He said if they want to give me my money back if they strip me, then fine, fair enough.
Now, do you not think that's so embarrassing for the IBF to strip somebody of a title that he's just won? And now, because it's January the 16th, is it Glasgow's fighting? Yep, sorry.
Yes, okay then.
Yeah, is Glasgow fighting on the 16th of January?
I believe he's fighting Charles Martin, who I'm trying to get an interview with. Thing is,
no, it's sad because if he wins, which is he's looking like he's gonna win, what credibility has he got?
Unless he and Charles Martin has got to knock Glasgow out. He's got to knock.
No, but even whoever wins out of the both of them, what credibility have they both got?
None. You got one guy that definitely who lost to Malik Scott and definitely lost to Steve Cunningham. But I from what I heard, I don't know how true this is, but it's to do with main events, and main events have got some sort of deal going on with the IBF, so they basically stripped Tyson so that Glasgow can be their champion. But Glasgow, I think he's got hands behind him anyway, because if you look at the result he had against Malik Scott, and then you look at the fight he had against Cunningham, which he surely lost, only if you've got some sort of backing, serious backing, that you get protected like that.
He must have. It's just the corruption of the game. Listen, all I'm saying is, Huey Fury is available. I'm sure Peter will take that fight. Let the winner face Fury.
I did say that to Peter. I did say it to him.
But you know what it is? These guys ain't got time for these jokers. They want to play their games. Go and play your games. At the end of the day, who's the unified champion? Tyson. Who controls the heavyweight division? Peter. You know what I mean? So they can say what they want to say. Mick Hennessy's in charge. Peter's the best trainer in the world. Tyson's the best boxer in the world. They can all play for these Mickey Mouse Cups. Listen, Peter knows what he's doing with Huey. 2016, late end of the month, he will be world champion. That's my prediction. So these Glasgows or Deontay Wilder, talking about Deontay Wilder, offering to fight Huey, what? How short notice? Embarrassing. If you want to fight, if I was a fighter, give a man a chance. Let's be equal. Let's see who really is the best. Don't just fight a guy with, 2-3 weeks notice? Come on. Give the man the right time. Huey will take him out. Now, these Wilders are all jumping on the Fury wagon.
So where does Wilder fit in the Fury plans?
Well, it'll be a great fight if Wilder beats Povetkin. It'll be a massive fight, but I can't see it being a big fight in America. I see it being a big fight here. because America doesn't really sell. I don't think he can pull in a crowd, can he? Sad to say, but this is what it is. People, Shannon Briggs has got more fans than Wilder. That's just it's just embarrassing.
Why do you think that is?
I really wouldn't know. You've got some really good talents in America. You've got Eddie Chambers, Malik Scott. I still rate Malik Scott highly. I'm a big Malik Scott fan. People say, "Oh, you're crazy. He's not all that." Listen, he's a very sharp man. Trust me. You can see the way he plays a fool because he's waiting for his opportunity and he will take it. Trust me. So you got Steve Cunningham still there. You've got Amir Mansouri. Who?
Mansour.
Amir, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very strong
He's
man.
fighting Dominic Breazeale.
Hey, that name rings a bell.
Yeah, he's fighting Breazeale. Breazeale fought
Tyson.
No, Dominic Breazeale. He's still unbeaten. He fought not too long ago.
That name rings a bell.
Who did he fight the other day? He fought the other day. He's fighting again. He's going to be fighting Mansour, I think, on the 16th. Good fight.
That'd be a very good fight. Good test for him because Amir Mansouri, he likes to come in strong and he throws some bombs and he doesn't just lay down for nothing.
Yes, that's a good
he's
fight.
He's an old tough man. Him and Shannon Briggs would be a good fight, to be fair.
What do you think of Ike Ibuchi's comeback?
He just come. What was he? 46, 47?
43. And you know what? I'm just hoping and praying he can do something. I like that guy.
Listen, John Fury will knock him out.
Ike Ibuchi.
John Fury will do him now. And John Fury's 50. John Fury will do him now. John Fury can hold his own. And for the record, I swear, I can't wait. I've got to get it on one day. Watch Peter do a few rounds. He can punch. But he's modest. He doesn't want people to think that he's a boxer. But believe me, he can punch.
He's got some big hands in him, I'll tell you that now.
A fast, hard-hitting man. Fit as well. These men do miles like it's a joke. I remember we was up in Cannes. And we must have jogged about 3-4 miles. And there's me sweating. I'm dying. I'm nearly dead. And right, we're warmed up. Let's go. I think, what do you mean warmed up? I thought that was a workout. So then these men are doing these laps up these stairs and sprints. I'm thinking, oh my God. And Peter makes sure he does it as well. He loves running. John loves running. They're fit. It's in their genes. You can see why Huey and Tyson are what they are because of their genetics.
Wow. Let's talk about Twitter for a second. Let's talk about the things people talk about on Twitter and the comments that you read. Give me some comments that get you angry, some comments that make you laugh, and some comments that make you think.
Well, Sports Personality of the Year.
Let's not go there.
Please, I've got to say this. Now, come on, Andy Murray. Not even the best in the world.
I said this to Peter himself, and Peter said, let's give him all the credit in the world. I said, but Peter, he's not even the best in the world. Tyson's number one. He beat the guy who he hasn't been beaten for obviously 11 years. He beat him. And, he's not number one. I don't get it.
Could you tell me what cup he won? What was it?
The Davis Cup.
What's that? It's not even a major title. It's not even a major title. And he got Sports Personality of the Year. It shows you the hatred towards the travelling community. Make no mistake. When Lennox Lewis won, he got Sports Personality. Look at all these awards that people are getting. It's pure hatred towards travelling community. Make no mistake.
That's what you think it is?
I know what it is. That's exactly what it is. Listen, Tyson was born in England. He's born in Manchester. You see where I'm coming from? This is the best England has got. This guy is going to be a legend. He already is a legend. He's unified the title. How many people can say they've unified the title from Great Britain? And don't say Lennox Lewis because he's Canadian. He only used the Great Britain tag just to get publicity. We all know this. When he won the Olympics, he won it for Canada. He didn't win it for Great Britain, did he?
Exactly.
So who really won the unified title? Who are our real greats? People are jumping up and down. Listen, and this is no disrespect to Frank Bruno. I love Frank Bruno. He's a good Team Fury friend. He won the WBC belt against Oliver McCall. He was given every award possible. Tyson won the unified title, the Ring magazine. They should be jumping up and down, like John Fury said. This is the eighth wonder of the world. You should be, bowing down. Well, not literally bowing down, but you should be bowing down to him because of what he's achieved is the unbelievable. This was a great history in Germany, those who were there will tell you the feeling we had. Those that doubted us, they they got egg in their face. So it just baffles me. And go back to Andy Murray. Seriously, you've just that Sports Personality of the Year awards now got lesser credit than a Kinder Egg surprise. Have you seen them Kinder Eggs? That's got more credit than the bloody Sports Personality of the Year award.
Well,
Andy Murray.
He's got no personality.
Come on. Listen, we love Andy Murray, but listen, his comments about the English, I didn't like. Now listen, but you know what it is? Like Peter says, give the man his credit. He's achieved a lot, he's won a lot. But in 2015, has he really won more than Tyson? Come on, wake up.
I think so. Let's talk. There was a video I did, if you remember. I don't know if you remember seeing the video I did. It was a message to Team Fury.
Yep, about giving the belts up and holding one, the Ring magazine. Is that the one?
Yeah. What were your thoughts about that? And did anyone else from Team Fury see that? Because I was meant to ask Peter and I never did.
I don't know because I've not seen anybody. But all I know is I thought it was a great idea. But at the same time, hold on, Tyson's won them. Why should he give them up? If you want, like Tyson did, he fought for them belts. You want the belts? You fight for it. You fight Tyson like a man. Then you can say you're champion. Why should he give it away? The IBF, they discredited themselves by taking the IBF and giving it away to some Glasgow or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's two things. You like all these. Look at WBC champion
Wilder.
Who has he beat apart from Stavern? Who I believe. This is what I believe. Something fishy was going on with his fight. He even stated before the fight, "I don't feel well." Did he not? If he said it after, you could say it's an excuse. But he said it.
I said it from day dot. I said it from day dot, and I don't know anybody else that had the sort of coverage I had on that fight. For that fight, and I sussed something from day one. They were so desperate to get the heavyweight championship of the world back in America.
And you see what the Klitschko's did in Germany, the dirty tactic. Now, how do we know they didn't do it with Stavern? Now, if Wilde had any credit, any self-respect, give Stavern the rematch. And then you'll see. Because now people are more...
Now, there was talk that was between Glasgow and Stavern to get the rematch. But since then, Stavern's been released of his contract.
Well, listen, so who he goes with now? So some people go down the WBC route, some people go down the other route. I would love for Stavern to join us. I would love it. Just to expose these dirty people. And to expose this farce of a man called Wilder. Who's he beaten in the top 20? Tell me. Who's he beaten with credibility apart from Stavern, who's probably drugged? Who's he beaten? It's become a joke.
Well, what else have the boxing fans been saying for you? The comments you've read.
To be fair, since winning, they've not said anything. Eggs in the face, shame on them. All I've been doing is laughing at them. They can't tell us anything. I've had all these haters. Oh, the night before the fight. Oh, I can't wait to see you in the morning. I can't wait to hear your comments in the morning.
Oh yeah, I got a bit of that. I got that from Andre. I mean, you know Andre.
Andre! Oh my God! Is this still alive? See, he's blocked me. He's blocked me. Wilder's blocked me. Lucas Brown's blocked me. Lucas Brown, if you're watching this, listen, be a man. Fight Hughie Fury, you coward. You reckon you're the best in Australia? Come over, we'll fight you. Well, he's fighting Shagev, isn't he?
Yes.
So, well, listen, I wish he'd fight the winner of that versus Hughie Fury. Now, you just tell me, look, Lucas Brown beat Rudenko. Well, he didn't beat Rudenko. He was given that win, wasn't he? He got schooled. He got played, but he was given the win. Probably because of Ricky Hatton's promotion or whatever, I don't know. And he was given a chance to fight Shagev for the WBA. Is it the regular title?
Yeah, the regular title. But there's a problem there. There's a problem there. It's
What?
called Luis Ortiz.
Who?
Luis Ortiz.
Yeah. The King Kong.
Yes, there's a problem right there.
No, King Kong's... Listen, I like King Kong. I said it before the fight, and everyone was like, oh, no, he's going to lose. Listen, King Kong likes to move fast. But look at... is it Jennings?
Yes.
He was on his back foot. He was just there to be paid to be beaten. He's a farce. He's an embarrassment. He should just stick to whatever he's doing. Become the global journeyman. Because King Kong will get exposed. because a man of his size can't go on for that long. But I love King Kong because he makes me laugh. Now, if Oscar De La Hoya jumping up and down saying, Tyson, we're coming for you, listen, there's loads of them come for Tyson. Get in the queue, son. Earn your stripes. Get up there. Get some backing. It's all about money now. The money's on the table. I'm sure people will talk. If not, piss off.
Now, there was a comment Peter made, we fight for honour, not for money. Now, some of the comments I've got back on YouTube was, that's crap, everyone fights for money. It's not about money, it's always about money. What are your thoughts about this? Now you mentioned the money thing.
No, I mentioned the money. Peter's
Yes.
right. It's never been about money. Peter's been offered a lot of money. If it was about money, would he have been with Mick Hennessy. Think about it. Did Mick Hennessy have the back in? No. Peter and Tyson could have gone anywhere and got some big money. But it's about honour. These men are honourable men. Listen, look at their genetics. Look at their family history. From go right back in generations. These guys are fighting real men. They've got money. They don't need people's charities. They've got their own money. They'll earn their own money. The fighting way through this.
It was an honour to sit next to John Fury. He spoke because watching him I watched for most of the night I sat next to John and we watched Hughie fight and beat Larry.
Yep.
Very convincingly.
Hey, take nothing away from Larry. Larry
Yes.
took the fight.
He came to
Not
fight.
like these other bums, so-called greats of Britain. Absolutely embarrassing. Listen, I'm going to buy him bangles. I'm going to buy him all colourful bangles. That's what they should wear. You call yourself fighters. If you're fighters, get in line. Huey's there. He reckons he's the best. You don't reckon you're the best. Let's have it. Let's see who's the best. But to be honest with you, Huey's excelled. He's on a world stage. These people, keep your domestic little belts or whatever you're fighting for.
What about Dillian White? Let's talk a little bit about Dillian White's career now.
I like Dillian White. I think Dillian White, to be fair, with his corner, take nothing away from Jonathan Banks, but why are you having Dillian White on his back foot? Knowing that AJ's taller, he's going to upload that shot up? Come on. Now, Dillian White's got to really open his eyes and think. AJ was sparring with Klitschko's and everyone's interlinked. Was he paid to, or was he made to look bad? I don't know. There was something suspicious with his fighting style. Either Jonathan Banks is a rubbish trainer because it didn't show, or I don't know. I can't really say too much because I like Dillian and I just think that he had the wrong game plan. I think he should have conditioned himself a lot better. He should never have been on his back foot. He should be bobbing and weaving and fighting at angles, and he should have fought in phases. Now, look before he got dropped. You could see the man was wobbling, yeah? You remember that bit, that moment where you could see him wobble?
Yeah.
Why didn't they shout to tell him to take an 8 count? A fighter has too much pride to go down on his knees and take an 8 count. But listen, it's about using your head. And a real trainer says, listen, take the 8 count, rethink, recoup, and go back at it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But give him credit. Take nothing away from Dillian White. He had a heart, listen, a lion's heart. He went for it. But he got taken out. And there's no shaming to be carried out in your shield, as Peter says. But the trainer's job is to be calm and make the fighter recoup and think. Jonathan Banks did not do that.
Let's talk about, what you're doing at your gym. I know you've got been getting a lot of credit recently in the news over back in Pakistan.
Oh, massive.
So let's talk about that for a minute, because I think that's a great achievement, a personal achievement from yourself.
Well, yeah. To be fair, for me, I'm just the cornerman, yeah? It's part of the team, just do the cornerman. So winning the title, yes, I was so happy. It was the ultimate experience. But I didn't think it was something that I'd get any credit for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So coming back, and a lot of people coming up to us, coming back to Derby, was in all the papers. And then next thing I get a call. You're in all the Pakistan national papers. I was like, what do you mean? On every single paper, all over Pakistan, all of the Pakistan papers all over the world, I was on the front cover, and it was like, whoa. And it was pretty cool because it was like, oh, you're going to bring something back to Pakistan. You represented us, and it was like, to be honest with you, it was unbelievable. It's like Tyson said, we're a universal team. Everyone from every race, from every religion. You see, even on the day of the fight, we were a team which brings everybody together. You can see us doing the Christian prayers, the Muslim prayers. Because for boxing, we're colourblind to everything. There's no discrimination. That's the beauty of boxing. Now, Peter's always said to me, Asgi, always give back to the community. Forget don't chase money. So we had this gym set up, and people don't know this, what Peter does. He had this it was Peter that pushed me to set this up. The amount of kids that come here, we've got people who suffer from drug abuse, mental health issues, people with disabilities. We've got people of amateur clubs here now, professional clubs here. We've got world-class operators that come down and train here. But we get no funding, and obviously it's a bit of a downer. No local grants, no lottery money, nothing. We receive nothing. So we've had to struggle to set this up. Peter's always helped us out. Peter, whatever you need, we'll sort out. But I'm not one to burden people, because if you really knew what Peter does for us all, it was so much. Like, for example, look at the acknowledgements I got, the credit I got in Pakistan, all because of Peter. Peter could have had anybody in the world in his corner, but he had me. And, these are kind of things. You ask all, it's like, for example, we had these little kids that come and train at this gym. I've even got the video, the photos. He came all the way to Derby with his whole family, sat with all the parents, presented the awards, mingled with him, chatted with him, and went about his business. Who does that? We're only talking months ago. Now, I give this man all the credit. Why? Because he deserves it.
If you remember, I think I spoke to you before that main interview we did back when Chisora fought Fury.
Yep, he was in London at the weigh-in.
Yes. Yeah. And we had the talk then. And that's where I first met you. I remember now.
Yeah.
And I remember I was apprehensive with Tyson because of the Cunningham fight. I said, listen, if you're getting dropped by Steve Cunningham, then, you're going to have to show me something different, against Chisora in rematch. And Tyson said to me, in this fight, I'm going to do something you've never seen before, and I'm going to take away Chisora's right hand. And after that point, when he said that, and he did that, I said, you know what? That's it. I've got no doubts. And I remember the night before the fight with what's his name? I'd done my preview, and I'd said that Tyson would beat Klitschko. And I was picking Tyson by knockout. And I said to, what's his name? Clifton Mitchell. I said to Clifton, you know what? That knockdown that Tyson suffered against Cunningham was the best thing that happened to him. Because from that point onwards, Tyson became a lot more, aware of distance and space and timing.
It's what Peter said. At this level, you cannot take put your hands, take your guards down 1 second. Because all it takes is 1 punch to end it all. So, it was a learning curve, but, if you stick, like Peter says, you stick your chin out, you're going to get exposed. And that shot would have dropped in many heavyweights. Because I just remind everybody who got up and who knocked him out.
That's exactly why I added in my preview as well. He went down, he got up, and he won. And I want to add this as well. When you talk about heart, everyone went back to the Dillian White fight with AJ. What they always forgot was that AJ got dropped. He got up and went to points. People talk like Dillian White destroyed and knocked out AJ. He got up. And I said, I suspect that if it gets tough, that AJ would go down, he would get back up. He's got the heart. And he showed heart in that fight against Dillian White. So, he's got some fighting heart there, which is a good thing.
And, no doubt. Listen, give Anthony Joshua all the credit he deserves, because he's a great role. Well, he is a role model.
Yeah.
He's won the Olympic gold. Mm-hmm. He was a great amateur.
Yep.
And now he's a great. He's British champion.
Yep. So
at that stage, give him all the credit. Now I understand that Eddie Hearns, Barry Hearns are trying to promote him as the world's best thing, because it's their job. They're promoters.
Yep.
But don't rush him. If I have to give any advice, don't rush him. Like Peter says, he's 2-3 years away. Take your time. His time will come. But don't rush him, because your cash cow will get destroyed and exposed if you rush him. I'm a fan of AJ's. I think he's great. And I want the best for Great Britain. We all do. And unlike them, we support our own. We support anybody that's got talent. It's part of Great Britain, we'll support you. We've not had the love back. But when we went to Germany, we expected a hostile crowd, a horrible reception. But they were the best. We had the most, we were welcome, treated with so much respect. The crowd were cheering us on. was like the Rocky Four film. You know, like they all started with Klitschko and they all ended up with Tyson. Unbelievable. Great experience.
Just to close, let's talk about your review of 2015 in terms of best fight of the year for you.
Was Rocky Ryan's and what's his name? Wayne Hibbett's fight. That was good.
Okay.
Are we talking just heavyweights? Or are we talking anyway?
Any fight, anyway, fight.
Well, to be honest with you, and I'm saying this clear, Tyson versus Klitschko, because people don't realise. Watch the fight carefully. It wasn't just like he was being reckless, or everything was strategically planned, and the way he was being, he was moving around, fighting at angles. Now, if you know boxing, you will know that was a master class. It was part of the game plan. People need to wake up and understand that. What other fights were good?
What do you think of Mayweather-Pacquiao?
Truthfully, and I'm going to be honest here, I'm starting to have doubts with Mayweather, comparing him to Klitschko in terms of the little dirty tricks they do. Because I was looking back and I thought, and I'm referring to Ricky Hatton's fight against him, how the referee was interfering, favoritism. I'm not saying he would have beaten Mayweather, but I'm just going by all the dirty tactics they use. Now, I think that a fight should be fair. It should always be fair. Of course it should. But I think that sometimes they're using too many dirty tactics in terms of the referee, the flooring, the gloves, the padding, etc. Obviously, Mayweather is definitely in the top 3 of the greatest ever. Give him his credit, because what he's achieved.
Did you see his last fight against Berta? I'm sure in the last round he had Gatorade in his court, drinking Gatorade in the last round. That was
when you're promoting your own stuff, you pay the bills. I'll tell you. When I went into Vladimir Klitschko's room, and I told him to take the hand wraps off, and the WBO official came over, and I says, "Look, he's not wrapped his hands properly. He's wrapped if I got it here." And he walked over, and Vlad looked at him and says, "Look, go away." I thought, "Whoa, you're telling the official to go away. Why? Because you pay the bills." And that's how it is. When you're the promoter, you control things. These so-called officials don't mean diddle, because they've been paid off.
He told the official, "Go away."
Go away. He said it in English as well. Go away. They was all standing there, and it was all like trying to be intimidating and whatever. And it was like, and I said, "Look, you're gonna have to take them off." He says, "No." Luckily, the British board were there, who've been very, very, very supportive, very good with us. Says, "Look, you're gonna have to redo them." Even then, he was saying no. Luckily, John Fury came bursting in. He's brilliant. Then they soon realised we weren't playing. Then when we had a little debate, and then they thought they'll go to Peter. And Peter told them straight, if Asgar did not see you wrap them, take them off, or the fight's off.
So what were the gloves wrapped like then, for you to say, they weren't right?
I'd walked in, they've already wrapped, one hand was already wrapped. I'm like, whoa, take it off.
So how can you tell a hand's wrapped right or wrong? What was it you saw?
No. I got to see the bandage wrapped from the start. There's no like Vaseline, or there's no substance on his wrists, his knuckles. He had already bandaged the hand. You're not supposed to bandage your hands until I see from the start. I have to see from the start, bare skin. And that's what it was. And he already wrapped his hands. I was like, no, come on. It went, they just thought they could be dominate and dictate everything. Hold on, let's go by the rules. And they thought I would just like fold over by their 7-foot guys around him and whatever. Come on, guys, listen. We love fighting. We're a fighting breed. You guys, you could be like to say, the taller you are, the harder you fall. You know what I mean? So we're there to do a job.
I want to close on this, and I think I've got to end with Mick Hennessy and that toe-to-toe he had with Vitaly Klitschko. And I ask any boxing fan, and I challenge any British boxing fan, which promoter would have stood toe-to-toe with Vitaly Klitschko like that? Name your top promoters.
Nobody. Nobody would have done that. You know why? Because we weren't chasing the money. Mick Hennessy's not chasing the money. He wanted the best for Tyson. Everything had to be an equal advantage. And if he was to say yes to chase the money, would he have given Tyson an advantage? No, he wasn't doing Tyson's. He wasn't caring for Tyson's best interest, was he? That proved to me, he had Tyson's interest at heart. Forget your money, forget your shows. If it's not done, we go off. You see where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
Now, any other promoter that says, Peter, no, we've got to, listen, just take it, we'll take the money, let's just take it. He says, no. You've seen the way he was giving it, son? That showed you, that said it all for us, all for me. And I'm glad Mick Hennessy got his reward. He rightfully deserves it because he went through thick and thin. When everybody jumped ship, Tyson stayed loyal to him. He stayed loyal to Tyson. Did he not deliver at the end of the day? Who negotiated the deal with Klitschko's? Mick Hennessy. So all you guys can say whatever, you're the best or whatever. Who holds the unified heavyweight title right now? Under whose umbrella? Hennessy Sports. Mick Hennessy. So,
and I want to say a big thank you to Mick Hennessy as well. Kudos to that man. Lovely guy. Lovely guy. The floor is yours. The final message is for you. This has been your review of 2015.
Well, yeah, okay. 2015 has been unbelievable. I just want to say thank you to Peter Fiore. You've given me the opportunity. You've really, really taken me to great heights that I've never dreamed of. You've given it, you've opened doors for me, and I can't thank you enough. All I can thank you with is my loyalty and hard work. And as Peter says, 2016, 2017, we've got a busy year, and hopefully we'll complete the game plan. Also, the whole of Team Fury, the fans, the family, you guys have welcomed me so. They've opened their arms to me, and to be accepted by someone from a different culture, different, complete different backgrounds, it's emotional, if you know what I mean. These guys have been brilliant. I can't thank them enough. And I told you, I'm not a money man, but I can give them loyalty, and they'll see how loyal I'll be. The fans, very supportive. Without you, you're the guys that make it all happen. The whole team, Peter, Clifton, Ramsey, all you guys have made it easy for me. From a kid from Normanton, Derby, remember, I've been catapulted from, I've only been in the game for 3 years. So from my experience to be catapulted to be part of a world champion team, come on. I don't know what to say, I'm from here to there, whoa. And all thanks to Peter Fiore. So Peter Fiore, thank you very much. I'm wishing you all the best for the new year, and I can't wait. 2016, Hughie Fury champion. And Tyson will defend his title for time to come. The undisputed, undefeated, Mr. Too Fast Furious, Tyson Fury, world champion. Remember that, people. You all said he was going to lose. He proved you all wrong. All you boxing experts that doubted us, find a new job. All these TV companies that wanted real opinions, get rid of them because they don't know what they're talking about. That's what I'm going to say. And Ingram, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being a part of Bayloric TV, and thank you for letting me be a part of Team Fury. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, sir.